Hey y'all, Miranda here with Teambrandos Design. Tonight I am going to epoxy glitter the bottom of a 10-ounce wine glass, just regular glass, wine glass. Got it at Bed Bath & Beyond in a pack of 12 for, I want to say like $14. Plus a coupon that I had. So it was even cheaper than that. And then I've got my piece that I use for my my rotisserie spinner. And then we've got Rust-Oleum tape, my epoxy that's been sitting. And then I also have my silicone brushes, and I have all my different sizes tonight because of the different sizes of your glass. And then I also have what I mixed together to make my version of like a rose gold, but it's more of like, I don't know, it just reminds me of the pink camo, just the basic pink camo with the, you know, gold and the browns and the greens and all that stuff. I'm actually gonna do it for a girl for a baby shower. So I start off by just making a basic tape around my glass. Nothing fancy. I just want it there as a guide, because I can go back and I can fix later if I don't feel like it got up far enough, or if I don't feel like it strayed or whatnot. Now guys, remember, you're gonna take this tape off pretty close to right away, and then be like a minute or two after you have finished your epoxy and your glitter, because you don't want the tape to dry, because there's ways to get it off of like the stainless steel tumblers, but not so much the glass without making it break. I'm a little OCD and ADD, so I tend to be a little anal about my lines, even though I don't have to be. Some people are, some people aren't. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. And you really don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I choose to. I like to have this already in there, because that way I've got something else to grip onto. So I'm going to start by just dipping my brush in my epoxy. It's a little thick, so I'm going to put a little heat to it real quick to thin it out a little bit, and that way it doesn't clump up and get really thick on my glass. Because if you're doing a half glass, then you don't want your epoxy to be too thick, because then your glitter is really thick, and if your glitter is really thick, then you have the problem of the rest of the glass not laying as flush as possible. I'm gonna start, normally I start at the bottom, I'm gonna start at the top and get my glass going here, and I'm just gonna go all the way around it, and I don't want it to be thick, because like I said, if it's thick, then as you can see, I'm getting epoxy on the tape, which FYI is the reason for the tape, because it's a guide and it's a catch in case, you know, we have runs or anything, it'll catch it. I'm just gonna wipe it on there. You don't need a whole lot. I did, I think, a half of a teaspoon of each A and B epoxy, the epoxy mix. So half tablespoon or half teaspoon each of each part. Now, when I have gloves on. I always have gloves on. But when I do the rim, or the stem part, I set my brush aside and I go upside down, and I'm going to use my fingers, and I'm going to start to bring my epoxy down from the top of the glass. Okay, and I do that because then it's all flowing the same way, and I can use my fingers to guide it around the stem of the glass, like so. Because I used to get so frustrated because the stem of the glass wouldn't get completely epoxied, and then I would have to, and I'm even dipping my finger in my epoxy, and then I'm bringing it down, all the way down. I don't usually use my fingers, but I do with this with the wine glasses. Also, it depends on how big your wine glass is, if you've got enough room to move around with your brush, but I don't feel that my brush gets all the way around it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take my fingers and I'm going to go around the bottom, because with your fingers you can thin it out. All the way around, and you can make sure it's really good and even. Now, with the wine glasses, I leave my epoxy a little bit longer than I normally would with anything else, because I want it to be thick. I want it to be ready to grab the glitter and go, you know, because you don't have a whole lot of room you're working with here, and it's kind of hard to sand this down. Not exactly feasible. So another reason for using the football on here. No, I have not done the bottom yet, and there's a reason for that. But another reason for the football is it's a good thing to hold on to when I'm trying to take my glove off. Now I get my glitter, and we're gonna do just like we would if we were doing a stainless steel. Go all the way around. As we're going, once we get a good little coat on there, we're gonna go back up, and it's catching in a plate. Now, the reason I don't use the bottom, or do the bottom yet, bam, I can sit it back down while I pick up my glitter and put it back in my little container. Where otherwise, I would be having major issues right now. Now, I'm gonna pick it back up, and I'm gonna keep going. And I'm gonna do this part. And I'm gonna shake and tap. Okay. Now, I am doing a light coat right now of epoxy and glitter because I don't want it really thick. And you saw me just fly all that glitter all over the place. I'm sure everyone's done it before, but that sucked. I hope that doesn't bother anybody, but that sucked. Sorry guys, I am trying to put this back in as quick as possible. Okay. We just have a little bit more to go here. Again, back in my cup here, or my container. And back around, looking for them bare spots. And so far, so good. A couple spots that I feel like it could use more on. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my plate. Now guys, this little container, it was only half full when I started, and it's still, well, less than half full, and it's about a little less than, or a little more than a quarter of the way still full. Scoop some back from my main pan here. Got a little spot over here that just doesn't want to go. Alright guys, so we have now successfully glittered this wine glass. Now, I'm going to run my fingers around the bottom here on the wine glasses, if I can avoid it. I don't like doing the very bottom because they are a very big pain to do anything with. So what I end up doing is, to cover that little hole that looks funky right there, I take one of my sorry, let me get it here. One of my stickers that I put on the bottom of my tumblers. Right here, it's got my logo and my name. Put that right over there on the bottom. Like that. So it covers that funky, ugly hole. Y'all can do the bottom if you choose. I am super excited about the way this turned out, and I'm kind of lagging a little bit here, guys, because I'm wanting to show you how long it takes to pull off the tape. So it's been now probably about 2 minutes. And I'm gonna just slowly peel this tape off. And toss that aside. voila. And you have successfully glittered a wine glass. Very pretty, nice thin coat. It's not super duper, like, there's really not, I honestly can't even tell where there's any kind of difference. I mean, there's a slight difference, obviously, from the glass to the glitter, but you can really not see much of it if you're looking right here. There's not much of an indent. So whenever you go to put your next coat of epoxy over it, then you can do so. And if you want to put your design on it and you want to completely epoxy it, you can also do that. It's a little bit longer process. I will do a video here very soon of that, but I need to let this one finish and then drying for a couple of hours. I usually leave it for probably like 2 or 3 hours, and then I go ahead and put my design on it, and then I go ahead and finish the epoxy process up to the top. Some people prefer not to have to epoxy up here, and that's fine. You don't have to. Some people want to, and that's fine as well. The good thing about, sorry guys, all of these little tiny brushes is if you want to get your lines really exact, you can do so with these brushes. These are silicone brushes. If you have not seen any of my other videos or posts or anything else, these are silicone brushes off of Amazon. I got a whole set of them, like 6 of them for I think $8. They also have single duos of those. Great silicone brushes. Amazing. Go to my YouTube channel, Teambrandos Design, and you can get more information on the silicone brushes. Yeah, so I hope this was helpful, guys. Sorry it took longer than it normally would. I had a little, you know, some oopses there. But I hope that you guys were able to successfully create you a glitter wine glass. And I would also love for you guys to share our channel and also post pictures. Tell us what you've done with our videos, and you can also like us on Facebook and also tag us on Facebook in your posts. We love to see all of your guys' successful products. I myself am the only one that does the videos. There is other people behind these videos, and there's people behind all of our products and everything else. The designs are completely done by myself. But there's definitely a lot more than just me at Teambrandos Design. But please like our YouTube channel, subscribe to us, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're on all of it. And share us with your friends. All right? Thanks, guys.